In this video, we're talking all about recall. If you have a dog that comes back only when they feel like it, then the problem usually isn't that they don't know their name or they don't know your recall command. It's that coming back to you hasn't become their best option, and so they're not likely to choose it. Give me 5 minutes and I'll show you how I help owners build recalls they can actually trust in everyday life. I've created a free recall training guide that outlines the same progression I recommend for building dependable recalls safely and confidently with my clients. I'm Canine Coach Dana, and I help owners build dogs that choose to listen because the training is clear, it's consistent, and meaningful. Every video is about helping you understand your dog better so training becomes simpler and less stressful. Too many owners only practice recall when they need it most, and then they wonder why their dog ignores them. What usually happens is they have to repeat the recall command over and over, or they end up chasing the dog, they become frustrated, or just assume that the dog is simply being stubborn. Reliable recall isn't built through just repetition alone. It requires teaching the behavior clearly, reinforcing success generously, preventing avoidable failures, and maintaining accountability so that the cue always means come back to me. So here are the steps that you would need to follow to teach a reliable recall. Number one, build value in choosing you through structured practice and meaningful rewards. What I mean by that is how often, if you think about it, is choosing you a good thing for your dog? When they choose to be with you or come to you or interact with you, how often is that in their best interest? Are you a valuable resource to come back to? If you're not often engaging with your dog in a positive way, and I don't just mean cuddles or pets, if you don't make your dog's life more fun, more fulfilling than the outside world, then that dog's going to have a hard time choosing you over the outside world. So, up your value. Step number two, train progressively in controlled environments. What that means is you start in a very controlled environment first, and then you move to challenging environments later. So, firstly, you'd start inside your house. Yes, I know recall is a cue that we're going to use for the outside world when your dog is out and about. But we want to start teaching it in an environment that has little to no distractions for our dog and really no other reason to not come back to us. So we can first teach them what the heck come even means while they have full clear thinking and they're not being distracted by other stuff going on around them. Also in that step, you need to maintain clear expectations, meaning every time you call your dog, it should mean come back to me. So have a way to make sure that that definition is being reinforced with the use of a leash or a long line. Do not call your dog if you can't make them come back to you while you're trying to teach them what that word means. If you call them and they don't have to come back, you just muddied what that definition is. Step number three, expand to more difficult situations only after your dog consistently demonstrates understanding and reliability in the controlled environment. So, if your dog consistently inside the house is coming back to you when you call them, you reliably do not have to use a leash to make it happen, then you can go outside and start to do it in your backyard or your front yard and then move to the sidewalk and then move to a neighboring street and then move to the park. We want to take slow steps to not erode that definition of when I call you, it always means come back to me. So those are the three things I would prioritize and make sure that you have in place in order to build a reliable recall. Most reliable recalls come from dogs that understand exactly what's expected and have experienced consistent outcomes throughout the training. Confidence, clarity, reinforcement, and fair correction once the dog shows that they truly understand what it is you're asking them to do all play a role in creating the reliability that you need to use or you need to have in order to trust your dog in an open environment setting. I've put together a recall training guide that helps owners follow a logical step by step progression instead of relying on trial and error or trying to piece together a bunch of YouTube videos. If you want that, just comment recall down below. It's free. I want all dogs to live safely. So having a recall is one of my number one must haves and hopes to provide dog owners so that in the event that their dog is running after something or in a dangerous situation, they can call them back. So just comment recall down below. I'll send it over to you. That guide is a roadmap that you can follow with confidence. So you're building a recall that holds up when it actually matters.